First of all, I want to update you guys on the optimal charms for Thalassa. Now, for the twins, sorcery charms are not working today. The best charm set for the twins is the eagle charm set if you have them. If you don't have them, just try to break the set of the charms, meaning that they get no set effect. Now, as for Odie, this is the interesting part. Odie is doing the best with the insight charms. Gale are fine. However, Insight overall are getting the top scores of today, and there are people who have hit 97 plus billion damage, whereas I can only hit 91 billion because I don't have these two charm sets we just talked about, which are Insight for Odie and Eagle for the twins. And finally, very importantly, do not get the Mystic charms onto Rainier. You need to break the set if you have them. Rainier does not do well with Mystic charms in Thalassa. You need to remove that set from him. So those are the key things you want to think about in this video. Gale can work for Odie and also for the twins. Broken can work. You do not need Eagle. However, do not run sorcery charms on twins. That is the major point. Okay, now, I'm going to briefly recap you a couple of the free-to-play friendly teams. I'm not going to do a run of them because, like, this is only if you don't have any other option. And this is, we have Elysion's team. So, Elysion's team is going to be Hugin in the front of Odie, Smokey to the right, Coco to the left, and then Lily May up in the left corner with the Blade Summon artifact. For this team, I don't know about Odie's charms. Probably Gale and also Mystic charms into Hugin would be the best. Next up, we have Lily G's team. This team, you're going to want to have, like we mentioned, no set complete onto the Rainier, Ludovic with Insight, Mystic onto Hugin, Odie with either the Insight charms are the best, but Gale would be second best, and then Smokey, you guys know the charms, anything to give him skill power. So those are the two key sort of budget teams. Now, for all the other teams that we show you, you can just replace Rainier for Hugin if you do not have Rainier at Mythic Plus. However, Rainier is overall going to be better. So this is a team that will work even at low copies of the twins. Even one copy of the twins, this team is going to be a good option for you. This is from Raguto and Glorp. We're going to have the pink twin in the back, blue twin in the front, Odie on the Stellar Bond along with Smokey, Rainier in front of Odie, but you can replace Rainier for Hugin if need be, and then Ludovic in the right with the Harmonic spell. So we'll watch this run. But basically, for this team, like we mentioned, Eagle charms are best onto the twins, but if you don't have them, just do not complete any set effect, do not give them the sorcery charms. And then for the Odie, Insight charms are the best, but if you need to, you can run Gale. And for example, I only have Gale on him on my account right now, so I'm going to be running Gale for him. But that is kind of the issue. But don't worry, if you have Gale charms, then I'm going to tell you what I use to get my top score and from the testing I've done, so that you guys, even if you have Gale charms of Odie, you're going to be able to get your top score of today. But for the future, try to get Insight charms onto Odie. That is a key priority. And also try to get the Eagle charms onto the twins. And it's really kind of strange and kind of annoying, honestly, how the twins have sometimes sorcery charms is best for them, and theoretically it should always be the best, but because of how damage like reduction scales up in these boss fights, you don't really want to max out your damage in the early portion of it. So here we got like almost 84 billion damage, which is not a bad score, but like we said, if you had Insight onto Odie, it would be better. And yeah, there is some RNG still to Thalassa as well. Okay, now we're going to move on to the overall top teams. If you have the twins built, but the twins need to be at Supreme Plus for these teams. But if you have Supreme Plus twins, these are going to be your top teams of today. Okay, so the first one, and this is going to be the overall top team. I'm going to show you a screenshot on the screen showing you the damage that Sybil has gotten and also the consistency of this run. Like, they've done like 4 or 5 runs in a row and all are getting 96 billion damage plus, which is crazy because already getting 96 or 97 billion damage is an insane score. I can't even come close to that, and it isn't because my account is not as highly upgraded. It's that we don't have the Insight charms on the Odie and we don't have the Eagle charms on the twins. So there's going to be pink hair twin in the back, blue hair twin in the front. It will be Odie behind the Rainier, Ludovic on the Stellar Bond as well, and then Smokey to the right. Basically, this is the top team formation of the day. If you have Insight onto Odie, Eagle onto twins, Insight onto Ludovic, do not have Mystic onto Rainier, just do not complete a set effect, and then Smokey recovering or sorcery. So I'm going to show you a run of this team, just to see it in action. However, for me, this is not even my top performing team. Maybe with RNG it could be, but if you don't have Gale onto, if you don't have Insight onto Odie, this is not the top team formation from my testing. So really the key charm actually to have here is to have Odie with the Insight Charms, because even if you have Odie with the Insight Charms and you don't have Eagle Charms or Twins and you just give them like a completely broken set, not completing any set effect, still you're gonna get a pretty good damage score. The problem is if you're like me and you don't have Eagle for Twins and you also don't have Insight for Odie, then your damage is really going to be capped out at a lower level for today. But it's fine. In the future, next time we have Thalassa, now we know the optimal charms and we can just target them and shoot for that. Yeah, so like if you're seeing over here, I'm sure there's some RNG to it. We got like 89 billion damage, but my top score of today is 91 billion damage, and it is with a slightly different formation. It is by swapping the position of the twins. So the team layout is exactly the same, but rather than pink-haired twin in the back here and blue-haired twin in the front, I swap them and have the pink up front and the blue in the back. And this is consistently doing better for me with Gale charms onto Odie and with no charms onto the twins. If you take a look at it here, we have no charms onto the twins. So I'm going to show you this run, and then we're going to do some skip runs with this formation, because from my testing, this was the most consistently high-performing team for me. Who knows, it could be possible that the other with the swap twin arrangement could potentially, with perfect RNG, beat even the 91 billion score I have, but I find it unlikely. I really think if you have Gale, Odie, and just basic no set of charms onto twins, this is the best layout, as you guys can see right here. It's just always doing the best for me. But yeah, Thalassa is a very difficult boss. There's not much more I can really say about it. It just comes down to having those Insight charms onto Odie. And the other really weird thing is that for people with less invested Odies, for example, only plus 10 Odies, then Insight might not necessarily be the best. Then maybe Gale would be the best. Maybe even sometimes people have run no set onto the Odie. Like completely, so no set onto the twins and no set onto Odie. So there you go. We got a record on our first run, 91.4 billion damage, which is great. Putting us into the rank 2 position. Showing you that, yeah, this version of the twins really looks good to me. And I'm happy with it. But yeah, it's just strange overall how this is working, but you need to get those Insight charms onto Odie if you want to max out your score, and also the Eagle charms onto twins as well. But by doing that, you can take your score up by 4 or 5 billion damage at least. Because like we have a maxed out account basically, but we're not able to, we're still like 5 to 6 billion damage lower than the top of today, and that is just because of the charm difference. So that is an important thing. But if you have Gale, Odie, and if you have no charms onto the twins like we have here, you can just use the lineup I just showed you, and you should be able to get a top score as well. So anyway guys, that is going to be it for this video. Hopefully it was helpful. Good luck getting a top score in Thalassa. And if there is any other other team options, which I don't think there will be, then I will let you guys know in the future. But hope you enjoyed this. If you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please smash that subscribe button. We're getting really close to 20,000 subscribers. And thank you guys for the support. Also, feel free to join my AFK Journey Discord server. There's a link to that in the description of this video, so we can chat more about anything related to AFK Journey. I look forward to seeing you guys there or in the next video. But thank you for watching, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.